They can become prey of people that have a sick mind, that are into talking to people that are very young and impressionable, and they'll fall prey to that life. Assalamu alaikum, peace. It's Fatimah, Coach Fatimah, 1/3 of outstandingmuslimparents.com. Now, in this video, I want to talk about technology and its influence on our children. And is it helpful or is it harmful? Now, some would say it's harmful, and I would agree. But why is it harmful? Is it because our children are not able to process so much of the imagery that they see? Is it Islamic or is it un-Islamic? Will it add value or devalue them? Their self-esteem, their self-worth, their self-image? Will they begin to self-harm because they're not as good as what they see in their phones? See, many times what they're doing is they're holding this phone up, or there's any device, and then they're looking into this abyss, this black mirror, that they have all access to the internet. And who knows, even if they don't have access to everything, maybe their friends do. And if they're connected to their friends, they're going to see images that might be disturbing. How do we stop it? Well, I remember when my daughters were growing up, they didn't get a phone until they were 18. And even with that, they didn't really get social media until they were older than that. And with that, there's parental control. And there's conversations about what they may see on the internet. We didn't just leave it up to them. If they saw something, we talked about it. If something disturbed them, we talked about it. How did they feel about it? What did they think? How can they avoid it? So there's a responsibility as a celebrity in your child's life, or that mentor, that role model, to create those boundaries. One thing about children and teenagers, they love boundaries because they're going to test you before you're dead in the grave. They're going to test you. They want to know that you know what you are doing. They want to know that you're going to do what's best for them, so they got to test you, just like anyone else. So if we're failing the test by giving them all access to the internet, then they'll grow up and say, well, you know what, as a parent, I don't know how you did that. I don't know how you could harm me in that way. I don't know how you allowed me to have everything that I wanted from that phone, from that laptop, from my computer, from my watch, from my Kindle. They can read whatever book. You got to be careful. So parental control is not just about clicking a button in a laptop. It's about creating the boundaries I was speaking of. It's about understanding that we must implement morals and add moral value into our children by making sure that they know what the rules are. Not just the you can't do this. Tell them what they can do because of the rule. You can be free of all of the drama on social media. The Photoshop, the fake relationships, the fake vacations, the fake happiness, the nakedness that they'll see. Even if that's not their desire to see it, they're bound to run into it because somebody they're connected to potentially is connected to someone that is in that world. And then they can become prey of people that have a sick mind, that are into talking to people that are very young and impressionable, and they'll fall prey to that life. So it's very important for us to create boundaries and set a standard and let our children see that that's something that we don't do too, so we don't look like hypocrites. Celebrating the fact that they're not in that world. If they choose it and you go and you look in the phone history and you see that they're not doing anything, and you go, okay, I'm leaving them. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Cheering them on for good behavior. Telling them, encouraging them, establishing the fact that, look, celebrate you. Celebrate your good deeds. Celebrate the things that you did right today. That's what we all have to do. It's not just, oh, I want to make my parents proud. Our children should be proud of themselves too when they do a good job, when they stay away from the shaitan's whisper. Encouraging that matters. because they know we got their back. They know we're in their corner. They know we want them to do well for the sake of Allah. For the sake of Allah. Yes, we can cheer them on, but we're cheering them on and having hayat and having the ability to say, this is a good thing for me to do and this is bad and I must stay away from it. I have to get away from it. Turning the phones in, turning the technology off at certain hours. They shouldn't sit and play video games and Call of Duty all the time, and sit and be in their phone all the time, and sit and talk to their friends and text all the time, and have secret passwords that we don't know anything about. The phone should be unlocked all the time. Because you don't want to have to ask your child what they're doing. You don't want to have to ask your child, why is his phone locked? It matters. Because we only have a little time to raise our children. We only have one shot at this. Now, will we mess up along the way? Yes, we will. We're people. But to make it less of a fitna is by not handing them the fitna. By not engaging and telling them to just take the phone and just be on it all night long. Do what you want all night long. That is not parenting on purpose. It is by taking practical steps every day and being consistent and not caving in. They don't know what's good for them. They want it now. They want everything now. They don't know what's best for them. They're not the parent. We're here to guide them in the right thing to do and having the right choices with compassion, love, respect for this deen, embracing it by not exposing them to evil. So, create healthy boundaries, have time limits, give technology to children at the appropriate times, especially for educational purposes. But to just sit and play and try to create judgments on their own, they don't have the capacity to do it without the proper guidance. And they still should not have all access to technology. It's a beautiful thing when it's wielded with the right intention. If it's not, Shaitan loves it. And he will use it as a vehicle to damage your child and damage that relationship with your child. Because once they grow up and know you just let them do it and they become parents, don't give them the blueprint to do wrong. Give them the blueprint to do right and what is good and what is pleasing to Allah, inshallah. May Allah make it easier for our children and for us all. But if it is not easy, let's pray that we become better so that we know how to combat a lot of what Shaitan tries to throw at our children, inshallah. So with that, make sure that you guys are commenting, liking, and subscribing to our YouTube channel. And also, make sure that you invite your children to have hard conversations with you if they're depressed or they're dealing with something at school or they're feeling as though they don't have anybody to lean on. Be that celebrity, that coach, that confidant for your children. So I hope you guys love this video. I will see you all in the next one, inshallah. Keep your children in your du'as as well. See you guys in the next one. I'm Coach Fatimah. Assalamu alaikum. Peace.
Assalamu alaikum. Peace. I'm Coach Nadir.
And I'm Coach Fatimah.
And I'm Coach Nyla.
And we are the founders of Outstanding Muslim Parents. I want to introduce you to something that you may be interested in because you seem like a proactive parent already just by the video we interrupted. All right. And that's called the OMP Inner Circle. That's where we all train deep dive into parenting. So whether that's the first stage of children up to 7 years old or 8 to preteen in the second stage, or of course the teenagers and young adults in the third stage, we deep dive with the 3 C's as well as the 3 E's. So what our members get every single month, all of our students, they get brand new training every single week. That includes downloadable audios, downloadable worksheets, so you can deep dive into it. And of course you have our personal email addresses as well. However, every single month, we have a live Q&A for all of our students. So we go to answer their questions or deal with different challenges and things that they may be dealing with parenting, because we know it's an ongoing struggle. Just us, here being the parents of 12 children.
Right.
Okay. So with that being said, I want to congratulate you on being proactive.
And make sure you click the link below in the description and we'll let you get back to the video. Assalamu alaikum.
Peace.
Peace.